So after detailing the building a bit more, we're gonna, as if we were doing like a 3D model, we're gonna concentrate on the texturing of the building. So for that, we're gonna create and use a detail brush for that building. But anyway, let's see how this is going to work. So I'm gonna use the logo that Thierry created and that I used on the spaceship as a texturing, as if they liked their logo so much that they wanted to see it everywhere. So I'm just going to recreate it here quickly. It's pretty rough. It's gonna be a detail, so it's no need to be too precise and detailed. And let's face it, maybe I was a bit lazy. Anyway. Let's see if that works. So it's gonna be a motif that's gonna repeat, and the repetition is gonna create a texture. So I'm just using the duplicate tool. I just need to have enough so I can create a round brush with that. So I'm just multiplying them quickly by merging them and duplicating the layers. Making sure they are somewhat aligned. There's probably a faster way to do that in Photoshop, but oh well, whatever. I'm not a super technician of Photoshop. So I'm just trying to get enough of a round brush that's gonna help me, and it's gonna be enough for me to create a texture brush. So that's okay. I'm saving that just in case I'm gonna need it later. And here we go. I have my basic round brush, and now it's all about finding the proper settings with the spacing and the size, scale, and things like that. And that's it. That should be enough. So as you can see, I'm picking up colors from the background or the foreground to make either highlights or dark textures. And let's see if it works. Yep, seems to work. And the great thing is that even though it looks like a small detail, if you get and zoom on it, well, it's very, very nicely detailed, and it's almost funny because it's the icon of the dictator. So as if he was obsessed with his logo. But all those indications are very important because they could be very helpful for a 3D modeler. It's good because in the same time I use the time I'm spending creating those texture. Because I'm working more in detail, I can see areas that I forgot to polish and that I need to clean or remove the accidents from the brushes, and so it's good. Making sure that silhouettes are still working. Creating selection areas to create new textures on those kind of arms. Maybe somewhat of a reflection. I'm just pushing that to the extreme shapes. So you see, in no time, with a one single texture brush, I managed to get like a nice style for the texture. And the 3D modeler can translate that into either different shaders, reflection shaders, or whatever. But because the size of the brush varies, it's very nice to make it believe that it follows the shape. And this obviously is done in the settings of the brush with the pressure sensitivity and size variation. Same time, I'm trying to give a volume to those arms in the back. I'm not sure what they are, but anyway. I guess it's just like to show that there is a structure inside the mountain. It's not like a totally simple shape there. You see now, because I kept the whole picture towards a fairly low exposure, when I put highlights, like heavy highlights with the whites, I mean, it pops up very quickly. But I don't want to push that too much, otherwise I won't have enough room to create highlights and shadows. So you don't want to go too bright too quick. Adding more structures. Using the setup I had done before with those teeth. And that's pretty good for the texturing of the main building. Let's see if I can refine that, just so that it looks like it's been built and it can hold together. This starts to look like a weird seashell, but that's okay, I don't mind. I mean, it's good to take inspiration from other things. And that's it for the texturing.